record this. So I'm going to share this little slide with you. As always, this is going to be a very short and snappy introduction to the topic, and then you will also have the workbook available. Okay, so today it's all about selling without shame, and it's about how to sell authentically and stop being embarrassed. Because I guess, or just ask yourself, how often have you thought, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if I can now ask for the sale? And we had this amazing conversation. You get on calls with people, and you have this amazing conversation, and you feel like, I think I could really help this person. And then you just are ashamed, or you're scared of actually asking for the sale, or you just don't know how to bridge it. Okay, so this is how what I'm going to helping you today with, actually getting rid of that shame and getting rid of that mantra. And I know it happens to me still as well, because I think it's a natural feeling that probably sometimes you feel like maybe they're going to say no, and this is where we're scared of, or we might think, oh, who am I to be able to help them? Will I be able to do that? And all that like sort of imposter syndrome comes into play as well. And you know what, I actually had a bit of a shift around that myself, because I thought about it. I thought, look, I know what I can do for people, and I have shown it over and over again. And you know, you will do yourself a disservice and your customer a disservice if you don't offer the help. I mean, yes, they can always say no, but believe me, if it's the right customer, and if that connection was there, and if you truly can express how you can help them tangibly as well, you know, very clearly, then you know, a sale isn't that hard. And don't think of a sale as like something sleazy, or that you're taking away and you're taking money and you're greedy. That's not the case at all. Okay. It's about exchanging energy. It's about helping someone to transform, and you know, the exchange currency is money. Okay, so it's let you do your best work and lets your client transform in whatever you do. Okay, and it works in any niche. So think about it. Okay, but it needs to be very clear in terms of what you sell. And this is important that you do day 2, because we actually had this one kind of elevator pitch, this $1 million message that we've put together, so that they know what they will get out of it. It's really, really clear and very time bound as well. And if you can actually put some more benefits around it, you know, in terms of return on investment, if you are in business, and share case studies, absolutely, you know, that's really going to help. Because if your customer is confused, then obviously they are not going to buy. If there's too many choices, they're not going to buy. Hello, lovelies. More ladies watching today. So fabulous to have you today. Yes, I've seen your Susanne day 1 and day 2 completed. Fantastic. I will definitely have a look and give you some feedback. Hello, Lana. Hi, Celeste. Lovely to see you. So, because at the end of the day, look, we can be hustling, right? Women, I think women have this thing about hustling and not asking for the sale, and not asking for you know, adequate amount of money, because you could be hustling and going after, you know, doing lead generation, having lots and lots of calls, and you might then think, okay, I want to give a discount, or I'd rather not charge too much. You know, you kind of get into that sort of state, right? It happened to me as well, because it's like, can I ask this kind of money, you know? But yes, you can, you know, I mean, you can charge higher amounts depending on the transformation that you can deliver. Okay, so think about it. What do you think takes more time and energy? Is it to sell a package that's £50, or is it a package that's about £1,000 or dollars? What takes more time and energy? I would like to hear from you, ladies. If you're watching live, then of course you have the opportunity to just type it in, right? Type it in. What do you think takes more time and energy to sell? Is it a £50 package, or is it a £1,000 package? Okay, I'm not seeing any answers, but I give you the answers. Drum roll. Do you know what? It actually takes the same amount of energy. It takes the same amount of energy, if you believe it or not. But I think you can do so much more work and so much more transformation when you sell a higher priced package that's maybe going over a longer period, and you will get the commitment from your customers as well. Because when someone puts their money into, you know, into and invest into themselves, which is a higher amount, they will actually do it, and they will be more likely to see a result. Okay, yes, it takes more energy to sell a cheap package. Yeah, maybe it's you know what I mean. The reason why I'm saying it is it's been my experience. I literally, quite recently, I hopped on a call with someone and I upsold from a lower price package. And I said, look, for you, I think, and I was really honest about it. I said, for you, I think it would make so much more sense to do this 3-month program because it will give you everything. And it was like done in 5 minutes. She didn't even ask a question, which is really beautiful. And that's the kind of, clients you want, because they have the trust, they know you, of course there is a sort of a pre-sales kind of process where they have to get to know you and like you and trust you before you can make that offer, of course. But it's similar, it's a conversation, right? You've got to express it, whether you're selling something very low priced or high priced. It's a similar sort of conversation. Okay, you still need that time and energy to explain what it is that you do. Yeah, and also, I mean, just an example from the marketing sort of outside. I mean, in terms of retail, I mean, just think about Chanel, right? The kind of brand that they have and the kind of reputation that they've built. You would just most certainly expect to buy a handbag from Chanel, not under £1,000, for example, right? And people are quite happy to buy that because they know what's the quality, and they kind of really, really trust that brand, and they know that when they have this bag, they're going to feel lovely, they're going to be respected by others, or whatever it may be. Okay, so just think about other brands that are doing this really, really successfully. So I don't see why you need to undercharge. Okay, so don't do that. Let's go into the workbook. Enough about theory, let's do some real stuff. So in order for us to be able to sell without shame, we need to bear in mind that people are only interested in what you can do for them. So you need to list out how you can help them. And that is already half of the sales conversation. It doesn't need to be a convincing game, because you don't want to convince people. Either they're with you, either they need what you've got to offer and they like you and they trust you and you can work with them as well. Then that's all it needs to be, okay? And you might just want to list out like top 3 deep pain points of your customers, and if it's like you're going to hop on a call with someone, and of course you kind of want to be able to relate to them and say, well, I can imagine how you feel, you must feel like this, and this, right? And we'll actually go through an example in a minute. Absolutely, Celeste, we cannot convince anyone to do anything, and we must not do that either, because long term, it's not a very good relationship. You don't want to be working with someone. The gut feel they will tell you from the beginning, it's not going to work. They're not going to get the transformation. I'd rather not take the money from them, right? Okay. It has to be a mutual relationship. And then you also want to write down the most powerful outcomes, from like what you can achieve for them. And if possible, it would be so amazing if you can make it as tangible as possible, because that really, really works. If you can talk about tangible results, okay? That's the challenge. Now, your questions will be, how do I help? What are the 3 deep pain points of my customer? And what are the 3 most powerful outcomes? And make it tangible, ladies, okay? I'd love you to come into the group and post these 3 things. I'm sure it's not going to take you more than 5 or 10 minutes to think about them and get feedback in the group. Okay, that's the most important thing, that we can give you feedback this week. So what's my example? Of course, I'm going to show you what I wrote. Okay. And we actually talked about this yesterday, the $1 million message, and we talked about how to use that formula. I help women to build their online business fast. And the fast bit needs to be quantifiable, right? So what are they worrying about? Number one, it's about making money. Number two, it's about being fulfilled and loving what they're doing. And number three, working around family commitments. Okay, that's what I found, who I speak to, who sort of bounce off my, I guess my services the most, or they interact a lot. Yeah, women that actually want to build a business around their commitment. They need to make more money. They don't really know where to get started. And it's about being fulfilled at the same time and having fun. Okay. So what will be the powerful outcomes? Okay. So number one, a fully functioning online business in 90 days. Now, how much more tangible can you get? I think this is quite on point. That's what people get when they work with me in the mastermind, right? Fully functioning, and everything's like number two, all the online assets are in place, like a website, a landing page, graphics, email marketing, strategy. I could go on and on, right? Number three, how is it being done? It's via a step-by-step process in a powerful and supportive community, coupled with one-to-one support of one-to-one transformation. Okay, so it's a group and a one-to-one. So these are my powerful outcomes, and it's step by step. So they know what the journey is. Okay, so step by step. Right. So this is how you can be really, really clear when it comes to putting an offer out there. It could be online, in social media, or when you have a conversation. Because people ask me, what do you do? What's your service? And I say, look, I run the Business Accelerator Mastermind, which will help women build their online business really, really fast, because I know women want to make more money, they want to be fulfilled and work around their family and their commitment, right? And this is a step-by-step process, which is combining a supportive group as well as one-to-one support, which will help you in 90 days to build a fully functioning online business and a strategy, so that you'll have all your assets in place, like a website, landing pages, graphics, email marketing, and you know exactly how you are going to grow that business and get leads from there onwards. Okay, so that's my example. And of course, I'd love to get your feedback, because, we're always working and fine tuning. It's never really perfect, but let's say it's a starting point. So today's mantra. So we want to think about this in a positive way, about selling and losing that fear of selling. So your mantra for today is, what did I say? I owe it. I owe it to my future clients to offer this incredible transformation or service. I need to show them they can work with me. Okay? I need to show them that they can work with me in a sense of, I need to actually tell them what I could do for them, right? I need to actually be there, be visible, and make that offer. Not about convincing. Okay. And today's shame to fame belief, it's about letting go of the imposter syndrome and comparing yourself, because quite often we see stuff on social media and we get totally distracted, and then we feel bad because this person has so many likes and shares and clients and made so much money and so on, happens. So let go of that. You are on your own path, and you are growing at your own pace. And also price yourself according to your transformation that you can achieve for your clients, right? Review and create higher packages that will allow you to create those big transformations for, and help you as well at the same time, of course, making more money for the exchange of the transformation, because you can't be starving, whilst you are doing all this stuff for your customers. So you need to make sure that there is a great balance, because you would also do your customers a disservice if you'd offer them a huge transformation over 3 months, 6 months, and had weekly sessions and literally not charge anything. And the question is how much would they value that service as well. Okay. Hey, Lucy. Yes, I owe it to my future clients to show what's available. I need to show them I should show them that they can work with me. Absolutely. That might be a better mantra. I will change it. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, ladies. So let's go to work. The workbook will be uploaded now into the group, and I'd love to see what you come up with and sort of your sort of statements, your pain points, and your powerful outcomes. Okay, so I love you and I'll leave you, and I will see you again tomorrow at the same time, 1 p.m. British summertime, same place. Bye.